All right, my boy, tell me all about the Countess Dubois. Have you signed her up yet? And when am I going to see her?
Oh, take it easy now, Mr. Honeywell. Everything's under control. I met her at the airport. She had a pleasant flight from Paris. I took her to a hotel, and she'll be here any minute now to sign on the well-known dotted line.
Fine, boy, fine. This is going to be a big account for us. You've earned a bonus.
I really ought to put last summer's trip to Europe on the expense account. That's how I happened to meet the Countess in the first place.
Well, now, let's not lose our heads about this thing. Tell you what I will go for, though. You send Margie out of town, and I'll pay the freight.
Send Margie away? What for?
Well, she also met the Countess last summer, didn't she? And the Countess is a prospective client. Need I say more?
Oh, I guess you're right at that. Margie does have a sort of a devastating effect on our clients.
The H-bomb should be as effective.
Hey, yes, Betty?
The Countess Dubois is here, Mr. Albright.
Send her right in. Well, Countess, you certainly didn't waste any time. Margie!
Hi, Dad.
Countess, may I present Mr. Honeywell, the head of our firm?
How do you do, Mr. Honeywell?
Enchanté, Countess.
What are you doing here? How did you know she was in town?
She called me from the hotel. Why?
Make yourself comfortable, Countess. And excuse me for a moment, please. What the blazes is Margie doing here?
Don't blame me. The Countess phoned her from the hotel.
Don't be alarmed, Louise. The object of that whispering campaign is me, not you. They're wondering what to do with me.
Well, Countess, shall we get on to business and sign the contract before Margie louses up? I mean, before anything happens?
But I didn't come here to sign the contract, Mr. Honeywell.
But, Countess, you told me that you were all ready to... Now what have you been up to?
Please be calm, Mr. Albright. I simply mean I'm not going to sign the contract until I return from the rest home.
Rest home?
I'm having a general checkup. Nothing serious. I'll be there only about a week.
Oh, fine. That'll give us plenty of time to get Margie out of town. I mean, Mr. Albright is sending Margie to Bermuda for a vacation. It was Bermuda, wasn't it? Or was it China?
Say, this is all news to me.
Well, dear, you're always asking what's new. This is it.
But, Mr. Albright, I was going to ask you to allow Margie to come along. You see, it's just a small rest home up in Westchester, and, oh, you know how deadly dull those places can be without someone to talk to.
Oh, well, of course, Countess, if you really want her to go.
Then it's all settled. Au revoir, gentlemen. See you in about a week or so. Come along, Margie.
Okay, Louise, what's this all about? You're certainly not sick.
I'm suffering from a serious emotional disturbance. I'm in love.
So you're going to a rest home?
The object of my affections happens to work there. Jeff Dale. He manages the place.
Oh, so that's it.
I want to find out if he's fond of me or just my money. You see, when I met him in Paris, he didn't know I was the Countess Dubois.
So now you must find out if every little breeze seems to whisper Louise, or come with me to the cash box, my darling.
Exactement.
I still don't understand why you want me to come along.
Well, you're coming along as bait. You will be the Countess Dubois, and I will be Margie Albright. We'll see which he chooses, love or money.
Say no more. I've always wondered how it feels to be a countess. This is going to be strictly for kicks.
A little bit wider, Countess. Ah, there we are. May I say you do us a great honor, Countess. Your companion, Miss Albright, tells me she met our Mr. Dale in Europe. I see. I studied in Europe myself. Did you spend much time in Vienna?
Really?
what do you know about that? Well, it's been nice having this little chat, Countess.
I can't tell you when I've enjoyed anything so much. Because I haven't.
You French women are so droll. Now, if you'll just drink this, that's all you can have till you have your first examination.
Oh, it tastes like chalk.
Well, maybe that's because it is. Now, the nurse will come for you to give you your first laboratory test. Oh, Mr. Gale, come in. I want you to meet our new guest. Countess, may I present Mr. Dale?
How do you do, Countess? I'm glad to know you.
Oh, don't waste all that charm on me. Say hello to Miss Margie Albright.
Hello. Remember me?
You, the lady from the left bank. Oh, it can't be.
But it is.
Now, you just drink your little cocktail. The nurse will be here tout tout suite.
Countess, if you don't need me for a while, Jeff would like to show me the grounds. Wouldn't you?
I certainly would.
Run along, Margie. As we French say, toujours l'amour.
And I'm not going to let you run out of my life this time.
I couldn't get you out of my mind either.
Oh, Jeffrey, my boy. Just a moment. Huh? Oh, you feel fine. How do I feel?
You never felt better.
Oh. Well, see you in surgery. Oh, be sure to bring your golf clubs along. Today I'm demonstrating the perfect method of replacing your divots.
Is he a doctor?
Oh, no. He's one of our wealthy guests. He comes here every year for a rest.
He acted sort of...
No, it's his idea of a gag, that's all.
One of those practical jokers, huh?
Anything for a laugh, that's our Mr. Roberts.
Dr. Carr's assistant will perform the preliminary test. He'll be with you in a moment. Excuse me, are you Dr. Carr's assistant? I'm the Countess Dubois.
Ah, yes, the Countess. I am Dr. Roberts.
Well, how do you do?
I'm sure you must have heard of me. Last year, I received the Nobel Prize for my do-it-yourself brain surgery kit.
Well, how wonderful. Do-it-yourself kit.
Well, it's only for families of modest means, of course. Now, lie down on that examination table, please. I'll be with you as soon as I finish this formula.
What formula are you working on, Doctor?
It's Maximanthus scratchiensis. That's Latin for itching powder.
Itching powder?
Yes. I have a patient with a cast on his leg. Wait till I put some of that under the cast when he's asleep. We'll sure be laughing and scratching tonight. Well, Countess, shall we take that appendix of yours out now, or would you rather wait till tomorrow night? That's when we go on television.
But I don't want my appendix out. All I want is a checkup.
Oh, gee, is that all? Oh, well, I guess we can't be cutting up all the time, can we?
Look, Doctor, if you don't...
Now, don't be nervous, Countess. Can you walk a straight line?
Well, certainly.
Well, let's just see if you can.
That's not a straight line.
Well, bully for you. There's nothing wrong with your eyesight, is there? Now, you just walk that line like a good girl. You'll never get a driver's license in that condition.
Doctor, I think I'd better go.
Oh, no. Now, you come right over here and sit down for a moment. I want to test your balance first. Now then, hold out your hands. Palms down. Splendid. Well, goodbye, Countess. I'll drop in again to see you tomorrow morning. Bye.
Oh, Dr. Carr, I wanted to talk to you about the Countess.
The Countess? You mean...
Send her to me first thing in the morning. Our only hope is psychoanalysis. I'll go tie the springs in the couch.
Oh, Countess. I must apologize for Mr. Roberts' sense of humor.
Mr. Roberts? You mean he's not a doctor?
Oh, no, of course not. He's just a guest. He's a charming fellow, really, with rather a wild sense of comedy. Now, if you just lie down on the table. Drink this glass of chalk, then we'll take the x-rays.
Oh, no. Not again. Hey, couldn't we make it tomato juice and take the x-rays in color?
It's too bad you can't join Jeff and me. We're going dancing.
Yeah, while I wait for my basal metabolism. Wonderful guy, Basil. You should meet him sometime.
Mind if I borrow your car?
Oh, feel free. Ride in the moonlight with the top down while I try to keep from blowing mine.
Oh, cheer up, Margie. It won't be long now. As soon as I get nerve enough to tell Jeff who I really am, you'll be off the sick list. Well, I'm sorry you can't show us your mambo, darling.
I hate you. Good morning, Louise. Bonjour. Well, it's about time you showed up. What'd you do last night, elope?
Oh, nothing like that. Jeff and I spent most of the night in jail.
Oh, that's as good a way as any to handcuff a husband. Jail?
I got arrested for speeding. I tried to outrun a motorcycle officer.
I didn't know that old jalop of mine would go that fast.
It won't for a while. I piled up in a ditch. Well, the worst part of it was, Margie, I had to give your name to the police. I just couldn't give myself away in front of Jeff.
Oh, Doctor. If Dad finds out about this, you'll have 2 wrecks on your hands. The car and me.
Now, there's nothing to worry about, Margie. The trial doesn't come up for a week, and the car's in the garage being fixed up like new. Why, there isn't a ghost of a chance of your father finding out.
Hello?
Who is it?
It's the ghost. Hi, Dad. What's new?
Margie, what's going on up there? I just got a call from the state police.
The police? Why, those dirty birds. The stool pigeons, that is. They had no right to call you. It was nothing serious.
You forgot the car is registered in my name. And what do you mean nothing serious? Whooping it up all night with Dill or Dull or Doll or whatever his name is.
It's Dale. Like uphill and down... What? Well, I can't come home now, Dad. Well, the Countess needs me.
Don't you dare defy me. If you won't come home, I'm coming up there and get you.
What the devil's going on, Albright? Where are you off to in such a rush?
Oh, where? Oh, yes, where? I'm off to Chicago. I've got to catch a plane. That Johnson deal is hot again.
Johnson deal, eh? Good boy. Why, with that one in the bag and the Countess ready to sign up, we're in for a big year, eh, Albright?
Oh, yes, indeed. A big year.
Don't you see, Margie? If your father spills the beans before I have a chance to tell Jeff in my own way, oh, he'll never forgive me.
I know. It ain't easy to tell a man you suspect that he was after your money. But you'd better have a go at it, old girl. Dad'll be up here in less than an hour, and down comes the boom.
Jeff's in town now at the garage. Heaven knows how long that'll take. We've just got to find some way to stall your father.
But how?
Good morning, ladies. Anyone for surgery?
I think he's our answer. Mr. Roberts, how'd you like to help us play a practical joke?
Well, now, that's right up my alley. What have you got in mind?
Now remember, you keep him occupied until we give you the word.
Well, you just leave everything to me.
Here he comes.
How do you do? My name is Vernon Albright. I'm looking for my daughter, Margie Albright. She's companion to the Countess Dubois.
Well, at long last, I've got a live one. I'm Dr. Roberts. Will you step this way, please?
Where's Margie, Doctor?
Oh, I'll fetch her directly. Oh, in the meantime, perhaps you'll watch this formula there. Let me know if it boils over.
Why, certainly, Doctor. Medicine has always had a great fascination for me.
Oh, is that so? Would you mind holding this for a moment?
Certainly not.
Good and tight now. Here we go round the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush. Here we go round the mulberry bush till early in the morning. Here we go round the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush.
Well, Doctor, what's the idea? Go on right down here. That's the way down.
Now, tell me all about your childhood. Just say anything that comes into your mind. What's that you say? Speak up, man.
I can't feel it. Never.
Will you please stop that mumbling? Just as I thought. Painful childhood memories. Well, until you can face them without cringing, there's just no cure. I'll be back in a couple of days. Cheerio! Serious case, very. I'm going to take a look at his x-rays.
Oh, there you are, Countess. I've been looking for you. Let's go into X-ray room and make some more tests, huh?
You can't go in there.
Why not?
Well, there's a man in there, mental case. Had to be restrained.
Who is he?
Well, now, that's quite a story. You see, the man served in the Navy under Margie's father and suffered severe shock. Every now and then he thinks he is Margie's father, and right now I shudder to think what's running through his mind. Huh, Margie?
He's in an extremely violent state.
Well, don't be alarmed. I'll just go in and quiet him. Now, take it easy, sailor. Oh, what seems to be the trouble?
What the devil's the meaning of this? My name is Vern Albright, and
We've got to do something. What if your father convinces Dr. Carr that he really is really is my father?
That gives me an idea. Shall we add to the confusion?
Wait here.
Has he said anything, Dr. Carr?
nothing intelligible. He just keeps saying he's Mr. Albright.
Now, just relax, you poor man, and Doctor will give you a chance to talk. Will you promise to be quiet if we take the tape off?
Margie, for heaven's sake, what's going on around here? Is everybody crazy?
Oh, poor soul, he's worse off than I thought. He doesn't even know who Mr. Albright's daughter is.
I'd better call the police.
No, I'll be glad to pay for his care. Oh, sir, whoever you are, you don't want to go to jail, do you? Now, just keep calm and relax and leave everything to the Countess. Well, we've got a reprieve, but I don't know for how long. You've got to find Jeff and tell him the truth before the lid blows off. Dad's already flipped his.
There, now, that's better. Now, if you promise to be a good boy, I'll take the tape off and you can have a nice smoke. What do you say?
I mean, thank you. I'll promise not to be violent if you'll do me just one little favor.
Well, of course.
Go to that phone and call Mr. Honeywell of Honeywell and Todd in New York, and he'll vouch for me. He'll tell you that I am Vernon Albright.
Very well, if it'll make you feel any better. Get me Mr. Honeywell in New York.
Hello? Oh, hello, Dr. Carr. What can I do for you? Who, Vernon Albright? Well, I know Dr. Albright's in Chicago. He took a plane a couple of hours ago.
I see. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Honeywell. I just didn't want to make an unfortunate mistake. Goodbye, sir.
Well, now you're satisfied?
I most certainly am. Vernon Albright is in Chicago. Oh, Jeff, am I glad to see you. I don't know what to do about this man. Now, Countess wants me to take care of
What man? Who are you talking about?
a poor fellow suffering under the delusion that he is the father of Countess Dubois' companion.
Margie Albright?
Yes, but the real Albright is in Chicago. I checked.
Where is this fellow?
In the X-ray room.
I just dropped by to tell you there's a screwball on the loose. A fellow by the name of Gale. Now, if he comes in here to give you any medicine, don't take it. See you later.
Now, just be calm, my friend. I've come to help you.
Ow! Is your name Dale?
Well, that's right. Now, you just lie back there, and I'll get you something to quiet your nerves.
Is that for me?
Well, they're just some pills to relax you.
Oh, I don't need anything, honest. If you'll take this tape off of me, I'll tell you a little secret.
Oh, it sounds like a good idea, but supposing you tell me the secret first.
All righty. Well, I'm not really Vernon Albright. I'm really Dr. Wangans from Vienna.
No.
Yes, and I heard all about the marvelous work that you've done in this country, and I came over here to work with you. Between us, we can have a lot of fun. Let's play doctor together.
That sounds like a splendid idea. Doctor? Permit me. We'll give each other some pills, shall we? Then we'll both have quiet nerves.
You know, Jeff, if you ask me, this man is too violent to be handled by ordinary means. I suggest hydrotherapy.
For once, I think you've had a very sound idea. Hello, this is Mr. Dale. Send 2 male nurses to the X-ray room at once, and make sure they're husky.
I'd like to see Dr. Carr. I'm Honeywell, George Honeywell.
How do you do, sir? I'm Dr. Carr.
I got worried about that phone call, and I thought I'd come up to see if everything is all right. The Countess Dubois is my client, as you know.
Oh, yes, indeed. A charming girl, the Countess. Yes, she's been very kind to the imposter also. She insists upon paying for his treatment.
Imposter? What imposter?
That's why I phoned you. Some fellow showed up here, created quite a disturbance. He claimed he was Vernon Albright, an obvious mental case.
Mental case? That's all right, all right. May I see the Countess?
Yes, I'll take you to her suite. Countess, may we come in? You have a visitor.
Margie Albright.
I'm afraid you're a bit confused, sir. This isn't Margie Albright. This is the Countess Dubois.
Don't be ridiculous. That's Margie, or my name isn't George Honeywell.
Then what is your name?
You mean you're not this man's client?
I never saw him before in my life.
Oh, another crackpot. Countess, get me emergency.
Let go of me, you fool, you! Hey, what's the matter? Is everybody wacky around here?
Well, Margie, we're engaged. I told him and he was a lamb about it.
Let go of me, you fool, you! When you
Dr. Carr, are you all right?
Yeah, Countess, tell these crackpots who I am.
Well, there's no doubt about it in my mind. You're Mr. George Honeywell.
I am? I mean, of course I am. And why didn't you say so in the first place? And you're not the Countess, she is.
Well, who said she wasn't?
It's all right, Mr. Honeywell. Margie and I just changed places for a little while, that's all.
There's nothing to be confused about just because Louise wanted to be Margie and Margie wanted to be the Countess, because it was all for love. And you know, l'amour toujours l'amour, and she's going to sign the contract, so I don't see what's your problem, Mr. Honeywell.
All right, I give up. If the Countess would just sign the contract, I'd go right on being confused. I just happen to have a copy with me.
Oh, no, you don't. Louise promised to sign with Dad personally.
That's right. And I always keep my bargain. By the way, where is Mr. Albright?
Yeah, where is Dad?
Yeah, where is he?
Holy mackerel!
What are they doing?
Therapy. They're packing him in ice.
glad you're being so sweet about everything. I'm worried about you. That ice bath didn't freeze your temper, too, did it?
Well, let's just say that I'm getting used to your unusual ways of bringing about that happy ending.
It sure worked, didn't it? The Countess is now plain Mrs. Jeff Dale and loving it.
She's my personal client, thanks to you. Besides, baby, whatever it may look like at the time, I always know that you're really in there pitching for me.
Well, that's my little pappy.